the women impacted me because I always held like women in my life like on a pedestal to the highest of regard. So much so I remember having a sissified sissy tell me all the way to my face that I'm more of a feminist than she is, because that was his pronoun at the time. Bitch, you more than a feminist than I am. Girl, I know I stand for women, but you like some ultra feminist. You from the land of Themyscira, and and that's the Wonder Woman connection. It's like it was offensive to me at the time, and I didn't understand why. So I talked to a girlfriend about it, and the girlfriend revealed to me that women don't like being put on pedestals. I was like, get out. She explained to me it's not. Women don't like being put on pedestals. At least she said she doesn't, and what she believed to be actual grown women is because being put on a pedestal puts you in a non-human position. It makes things unreal because women poop, pee, fart, all sorts of things. But when men put them on a pedestal, not only do the women have to perform these acts of perfection. She said, but it's like it's exhausting because see, then we become your little dolls while being perfect that you get to play with at your will. It's like in the pedestal we have no choice, and in the normal world we have no choice. So seeing how we don't have no choice either way, she said, then just take me off the pedestal. What's the point in elevating me if it's just all for show? And I was like, I just was saying that women are smarter. And her thing was like, no, there's stupid broads out there. People are people. Thanks to this friend I had since middle school, she was one of the people in my life that really helped me to the road of understanding women are people. But unfortunately, I had to be taught that it was not an easy lesson, and it took years. Something so simple took so long for me to wrap my head around, and the killingest part, wrap around the hug. The killingest part is right when I got to this point of feminine acceptance and respectability with ladies and understanding. Boom, crash into my life, TS Madison. Oh my God. Oh my God. It felt comfortable to know T.S. Madison as the porn star, as which I was introduced to her material. But fast forward to me moving to Atlanta, Georgia. I saw her on the back of a magazine. No, not on the back. I'm sorry, T.S. On the front of a magazine. And I was like, hey, I know who that is. And I opened it up, and I even kept a copy. I was like, wow, a porn star get to do all this? And I fell down a rabbit hole. And the more I start listening to T.S. Madison, the more our lives lined up. And the parallels were hot, hellish spikes stabbed through my body because I am then forced to compare myself. Forgive me, Miss Madison. I'm in the moment. Forgive me. I love you. Mwah, T.S. Madison, you're awesome. But okay, I'm forcing myself to compare myself to a dude with titties and a big booty. Hold on. How is our stories lining up? How do I have anything in comparison with what I was? I did. I said that. Because it's like I started out proud, but the more I started to listen to her story, Ooh, like when she said gay men are not attracted to her, I wanted to slit my own throat. Back in my little, I guess, ambiguous days, that was it. I enjoyed an androgynous look, but the male gay crowd viewed me as straight, and I get it in part because I used to hang out with a gang of women. But it would be amazing to me that here I am at a gay bar and dudes is not approaching me at all. I'm feeling ugly. I got a harem of women. Oh boy, just swimming in the cool. Just kugenda to the left and right, up and down, masculine, feminine, just the variety. And I'm in this sea of poussoir waving at the dudes like, hey, and they're up there sending their friends to ask me if I'm interested. No. You're being polite. Asking me if I'm straight or gay. There are phases I went through. Because when I first went out to a gay bar, the first years of my life, people thought I was a lesbian. So that explained that. And I remember it because it was a 6-year period in my life that I'll never forget. 6 years. It's like my heart and my soul wrote it down. 6 years. And I was living with my sister on a street in Detroit called Blaine near Linwood for 6 years. I felt like I couldn't get the attention of a dude if I covered my tail in dollars, drugs, and straight porn. What an interesting phase to go through in life, to spend the majority of my developmental years being molested and worse, to reach a point of self-identity and at least okay with self. Learn to be okay with you, and going out and having that rejected, having the ladies pick up the slack and then want thanks and gratitude for that. To spend years wondering, why is society treating you so differently? You're not straight enough for the straight people. You're not gay enough for the gay people. You ain't black enough for this crowd. You ain't white enough for another. And to have TS Madison, of all the people on the planet, just come out and tell her story. And everything, the alignment, the sense it made. Hearing the struggle. Oh, yeah. Because that's another thing I hate her for. It's not her fault. I love you. It's not her fault. I love you, T.S. Madison. It's not her fault. But I want to say it raw. Lord, give me strength. Ooh, T.S. Madison, I love you. But okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That bitch chose, feel me out, to get the titties. Chose to get the hips and the things and all that. The cosmic force that created me, I guess, just added jokes. I was in elementary school when it wasn't just my facial features, because like kids can be ambiguous coming up, but I was in elementary school when other features of me started to develop that suggested to all the men that didn't know. It didn't suggest it. Told flat out people around me that I was a girl because I was blooming in the chest area. Didn't understand it. Been to countless doctors, all sorts of things, and I mean, it was upsetting to hear. It was upsetting to have all these years lived a life that was told to me one way, to have TS Madison come out and basically say, oh honey, free yourself from that. Out of all the people I've met in my interpersonal life, it took an ex-porn star to tell my story, do it, in my opinion, 10 billion times better, and finally make sense, at least of that part of my world that used to drive me crazy. And it circles back around to something I learned from my best friend. You're a human being. Having a human experience. I'm glad to see the freedom I see in the, I'm gonna just say rainbow community because I don't want to mess up the letters. As I grow to free myself from the, clearly what remains of shackles, the spiritual shackles, the patriarchic shackles, the misogynistic shackles, the way I've been taught and trained to see myself in the world I'm in and the part I play. Because if you don't know, you don't know. But as soon as you find out, for me, maybe it's the, I think it should be okay to say it, maybe it's the Virgo. Even with the update, I found out I'm still a Virgo. Ha 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 ha. I don't know what that is, but I have always felt like, even when I was a kid, it's a part, I guess, what made me crazy and imaginative. I've always felt like my life was being recorded. And I didn't know what to say until things started to make sense. So I guess it's the season. And just to reference the other one, I guess big ups to, first and foremost, to Queen Dingaling, because I saw her first, and then the TS Madison, because wow. I hung in there with T.S. Madison. I don't know what happened to Queen Dingaling, but T.S. Madison, it's like spiritually, she grabbed me by my hand. The way it felt, living through the truth, felt like a grab by the throat. But she grabbed me by my hand and walked me through it, just being who she is. Like, even as far back as the video, the porn career, I've only saw her as a her. So in a way, T.S. Madison, ooh, yeah, that's what hurts. There we go, that hurts. Because T.S. Madison helped me see that in myself. One of the main reasons I view T.S. Madison as a woman is because as a male-preferring male type of dude, there was nothing I seen of her physically, and as far as like the face was given woman, the boobs, I mean, come on, and her cheeks and the thighs, I mean, yeah, she had the wiener, but it did not, for me, it did not fit. I used to say about, I used to call them Picassos as a little slang term for myself amongst my gay friends. And I did just call them Picassos. I called them fucked up Picassos. Yes, I did. I did. I used to refer to the T-girls as fucked up Picassos, and me and my little gay sissy friends would sit around and talk about it. And I know out of my mouth I'd be like, it's just like a fucked up painting. Like all of a sudden you got this beautiful face, these round big old titties, beautiful hips, and then a dick. It's like, it's like a weird stop. Or like that comedian said, well, hello there. How did you get, did you wander in and get lost? It looks almost out of place, but it's like learning how to, as a man, pull your dick out of a situation. Stop thinking with your wiener all the friggin' time. Everything doesn't have to be filtered through your penis. Once that disappeared, it's like, oh, that's why you call it a woman. Oh, if for nothing else, that's what's being presented. I don't understand well, yes, I do. Patriarchy, racism, people hiding from their own truths and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you come to understand that. But as offensive as I have been in my past and still embraced, because baby, there was a time in my life I was a magnet. I was a magnet. I was a magnet for these ladies. And talk about your catch-22s. I can honestly say in my real life, I have never, thank you Lord for that, I have never greeted a transgender woman and or man and not treated them like royalty. It just turned into my little bubble moment of just, so we both acting, we both playing pretend. Well, fine. How do you do, madam? Oh, you're a beautiful woman. Like it was so. It's like the craziness, the natural actor growing up on Looney Tunes. It was. That's what the gay community felt like to me. Real life Looney Tunes. I knew some awesome gay people. And I guess from that, there we go. Because, yeah, TS Madison, for lack of a better word, do remind me of Jessica Rabbit. Her thick black sister. I ain't mad. I'm just dealing with the bitterness and jealousy of allowing myself to believe it was not my time. I couldn't say it. I couldn't do it because of all these fears I put in front of me. Learning to let that go. That's the mission. That's the goal. So with that, go in peace and let love be your guide.